In this video, I am going to be guiding you through Chapter 6.3, Business and the International Economy. These are the syllabus statements. So globalization is the increase in the worldwide trade, movement of people and capital. This means trading goods and services around the world is made significantly easier. The movement of people is made significantly easier as people can travel from country to country. And also, the movement of money or capital is easy too, due to a globalized world. And the reasons for globalization is free trade agreements, which is an agreement between countries to trade freely, improved and cheaper transportation, and also the rise of developing and emerging countries that are able to trade worldwide. Globalization has given some opportunities for businesses. These include access to wider markets, which increases its demand for goods and services as a result of more people. They can open up new factories in other countries, exploiting cheaper labor. They can import cheaper products, and also they can import cheap raw materials. However, cheaper foreign competitors will compete with the local domestic businesses within the country, which takes away demand from the domestic economy. Also, the employees may leave domestic firms for more international firms for career progression. And last but not least, the competition may cause domestic firms to close down. Moving on to why governments might want to introduce import tariffs and import quotas. A tariff is a tax that is paid on goods that are imported into the country. This results in a higher cost of importing materials and products into the country. The problem with this is that other countries may retaliate and introduce their own import tariffs. This is a net loss to both countries and consumers. The end result of a tariff is that businesses may have to increase their price, and if they don't increase their prices, this will reduce their profit margins. A quota is a physical limit on the quantity of goods that can be imported and exported. So the effect of a quota is that it reduces the supply of goods and services and raw materials in a country. There will be fewer foreign goods in the market. There will be limited supplies in stores. Businesses will not be able to fill their orders due to insufficient supplies. As a result, higher prices will be experienced. Moving on to multinational companies. So a multinational company is a firm with operations in more than one country. The features of a multinational company is that they have access to new markets as they are able to locate in as many countries as they want to. It maintains their brand image. They get access to their government support systems. They can remain competitive with their rivals as their rivals will also be located in more than one country. It allows them to spread risk as one country might be in a recession, the other country might be in a boom. This means that the country that is in the boom will be able to pick up the slack from the country that is in the recession. And last but not least, they can reduce their tax liability. Now we look at the advantages and disadvantages of multinational companies. The advantages of a multinational company that it can provide more jobs and employment opportunities for the local population within the country. They can increase tax income to the government as a multinational company is usually a very large company that pays a lot of tax. The reputation of the country that the multinational company has moved in will have increased. The multinational company will also be ordering from local suppliers. This is beneficial for the domestic economy, raising living standards. And also, there's a wider choice and high-quality goods for the local customers within the country. The disadvantages, however, is that this forces local businesses to go out of business because a multinational company will be able to provide cheaper and higher quality goods and services compared to the domestic businesses. As multinational companies are large, they use up scarce resources. They repatriate their profits, meaning that the profits will get wired back to their home country and not used for domestic purposes. Only unskilled jobs are offered, as all the skilled and senior positions are given to the expatriates by the multinational company, and the home country will experience a lot of tax avoidance by the multinational company, as they are able to find legal tax loopholes to avoid paying taxes. Now moving on to exchange rates. Exchange rates are the price of one country in terms of another country, and the key terms are currency appreciation and currency depreciation. In 2004, an ounce of gold used to cost $442. In 2024, however, it's now $2,750 for the same ounce of gold. In this example, gold has appreciated in value against the US dollar. An example using Bitcoin. In 2017, one Bitcoin used to cost $7,000 US. Now in 2024, one Bitcoin is now $87,000 US. So Bitcoin has appreciated in value against the US dollar. Now I wonder what the price of Bitcoin would be in the next 4 years. Who would know? An example using a car. In 2014, a car was $20,000. And today, the same car is now $500. So the car has depreciated in value against the US dollar. Now here's an example with the US dollar against the Venezuelan dollar. In 2018, 1,000 Venezuelan dollars would have cost you $100 US. The same 1,000 Venezuelan dollars today would cost you $0.000273 US. So therefore, the Venezuelan dollar has depreciated in the value against the US dollar. So now we move on to the effects of the appreciation of the home currency. So for exports, they will appear to be more expensive compared to other countries, because now the home country's currency is now more expensive, which makes them less competitive, and there will be lower demand for goods and services produced, and businesses as a result may need to lower their prices. However, with a strong home currency, finished products and raw materials will be cheaper, as imports will be cheaper in general. Local businesses will face higher levels of competition due to imported products, and local businesses will experience lower costs due to cheaper materials. This means that the cost of production will be lowered and profitability will be increased. Moving on to the depreciation of the home currency, exports will appear to be cheaper compared to other countries, which makes them more competitive. As a result, exporting businesses will experience higher demand for their goods produced. And as a result, the business might want to increase their prices for higher profitability. However, imported goods will be more expensive priced in the home country, such as finished products and raw materials. The local businesses will face lower levels of competition due to less imported products, as they are more expensive, and the local businesses will experience higher costs due to expensive or more expensive raw materials from abroad. Now moving on to the solved examination questions. Please be reminded that I have an examination technique and strategies playlist in the description below. Do you think that there are more opportunities than threats from globalization for a business? Justify your answer. Globalization helps as it allows them to access wider markets to increase their consumer base. Employees might leave the business for other competitors for other career opportunities. In the valuation, globalization means that there will be cheap foreign competitors. I believe that globalization is the best for business because they are able to import cheap finished products and raw materials, which will reduce the cost of goods sold for a business. Do you think the introduction of import tariffs is likely to have a greater effect than the introduction of import quotas on an exporting business? Justify your answer. Tariffs make products sold more expensive. This is because the raw materials imported will cost more. However, quotas will create scarcity, as there are limited products to sell. Upon evaluation, tariffs have the least effect because businesses can decide on exporting all of their products at a higher price. However, quotas have got the most effect because they will force businesses to find new markets for an exporting business. This is due to leftover inventory, which could increase storage costs. Explain 2 benefits of ABA of being a multinational company. Benefit 1, access to new markets. This will allow ABA to increase its customer base as they are located in different markets, thus able to fly more customers to different countries. Benefit 2, spread risk. Risk is spread across the 60 countries, so that ABA are not solely reliant on a single country. If sales fall in one country, this will be offset by sales in another country. Do you think the benefits of a country of having a multinational company located there are always greater than the drawbacks? Justify your answer. Multinational companies provide jobs, which means that unemployment will be reduced. However, scarce resources will be overused. This leads to increased prices due to limited resources. Upon evaluation, multinational companies are not good because they add competition to the domestic businesses as they struggle to survive. However, countries benefit from multinationals as they will be paying a large amount of tax to the government. This means that the government will be able to improve their country by use of government spending, increasing standards of living. Explain how a change in exchange rates might affect KLG when exporting. An appreciation of exchange rates will make their electrical parts more expensive to export, and the fluctuations of exchange rates will make it difficult to make future decisions for exporting their washing machines. I hope that helped. I hope you have a good day. Bye-bye.